Namaste and welcome. It's Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a simple 4-step meditation technique for beginners. Now, I say beginners, but this could be the only technique that you need if you like it. In fact, it's my personal practice, and the reason I'm sharing this with you in detail today is one of the questions or one of the objections I get a lot of the time is, Rishi, I'd love to meditate, but I can't, because every time I sit down, there's too much going on in my mind, essentially. And that's normal. That is pretty normal. Okay, so what I want to give you today is a systematic way to quiet the mind, which will essentially show you that it is possible and hopefully encourage you to continue, doing your practice. Okay, so let's get into it. What is this 4-step technique? It is using a mantra, using the Om mantra. Okay, so why are we using a mantra? There's so many different techniques out there. So in my experience, when we use a mantra, it makes it easier to actually quiet the mind, because unlike other techniques where you're going from activity straight into silence, when you're using the mantra, it gives you the chance, the ability essentially to recite or chant the mantra out loudly. And when we chant the mantra loudly, it's not such a big shock to our system. We're not going from activity to silence. We're going from activity to still speaking. We have something concrete to actually focus on. And as you continue to recite the mantra loudly, what will happen is gradually you'll feel calmer, okay? And you'll want to reduce your volume. So this turns into, from chanting loudly, it becomes, let's say, humming the mantra or whispering the mantra. And as you do that, your mind will become more and more calmer. And then you can go to actually reciting the mantra mentally or listening to the mantra, okay? And that ultimately, it takes you to the inner silence. And that is the whole point. That is the meditative state, essentially, when you become totally absorbed with the mantra and there are no other thoughts in your mind, okay? So that may not happen the first time you do it, but with practice, it will happen. But this technique will definitely show you that quieting the mind is possible if you follow these 4 steps, okay? So I'm gonna now formally take you through the 4 steps, and I've written them down here for your reference, okay? So you can write them down if you want and try this on your own. So we're using, first of all, we're using the mantra Om, because Om is a universal mantra. It is essentially the sound of the universe, the vibration that brought, creation into existence or started creation. So you don't need to believe in anything. It's nothing about religion. You don't need to believe in anything to use Om. You just need to believe in creation, which you can see all around you. Okay, and besides that, it is very, very powerful. It calms you down completely and makes you feel very, optimistic. It fills you with love, and you'll know when you try. There's no point me, telling you, just try it and you'll see. Okay, so how do we actually do the practice, right? So you take your seat, essentially, whether you're sitting cross-legged or on a chair. Just make sure that your back is completely straight, and make sure that you haven't eaten in a few hours. It's good to do this on an empty stomach. So the first step is chanting Om loudly, and you're doing it on the exhale, okay? So the way that you do this is take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, okay, you continue doing this. Deep breath in, Om, on the exhale. Deep breath in, Om, on the exhale, okay? So you do this for let's say 10, 15, 20 times, depending on how much you need to, automatically from within, you will feel like not chanting that loudly anymore. You may feel like humming or whispering the Om. So the step 2 is, again, just on the exhale, whispering or humming the Om, okay? So if you're whispering it, this is what it would be like. So you take your deep breath in, and then just so that you can hear it, you go, okay? And you continue doing this for a few times, and you will feel yourself becoming more and more calmer, okay? Once you've done that, you, again, from within, it will come naturally. You'll feel like, okay, I'm calm enough to now stop whispering the mantra, and now I want to just listen to it mentally or chant it mentally. So the third step is chanting the mantra mentally, okay? And if you're new to this, you're probably wondering, what does it mean to chant it mentally? It means that you listen to it as if you were saying it just in your mind. So again, it's on the exhale. You take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, you are just, with the sound of your breath, just listen to. You'll get it when you do it. It's really simple, and it's a lot of fun. It's very, very calming, very, very calming, okay? And, okay, so the first 3 steps, chanting loudly first, then whispering, then chanting Om mentally, and the last step, once you are completely calm, the Om will be the only thing going on in your mind. Like, the other thoughts will have just evaporated completely, just been put to the side. And the final step is to do nothing, to just sit and observe the change that the chanting has created in you. Listen to the silence that has emerged, which is, it's always there, deep within your core. You just sit and listen to the silence. And this is ultimately, when you reach this state, this is the meditative state. This is actual meditation. The rest is just concentration, concentration, concentration on the Om. And when you reach that complete, total inner silence, that is the meditative state. You may not reach it the first time or the first few times, but with practice you will, and you'll reach it much more consistently, okay? And it'll motivate you to practice, because that silence, it contains all the answers that you seek, the ones that Google cannot answer for you, okay? So that is it. That is the 4-step technique. Now, if you want to try this out with me, I actually run this meditation in the mantra class, which is currently happening every Saturday, but you can get the information on that online at meditatewithrishi.com. But besides that, that is it. This is the technique. Try it out on your own. Try it out with me in the class, whatever you want. But I really hope that you enjoy it. You are able to quiet your mind and really go within. So all the best, and thank you for listening. Namaste.